Hello everyone, it is Jacob here with a preview of my Blasphemer Thea free trade that I managed to get through the campaign with. I couldn't play on the season start, so this video is coming a little bit late, but the good news for everyone that is playing on mobile. I leveled the entire campaign on mobile and it felt really great. I don't know if they made the campaign easier or if the character is really strong, but it was a breeze. You just cast the skill that they give you at the beginning and you just go with it throughout the entire campaign, no issues at all, killing all bosses without phases almost. Yeah, it's crazy character, really. I've gotten to time mark 4 maps so far and it's still a breeze with the campaign gear, so I will just go through the character. I've made a character code as well, so I will post it into the description of the video. Let's get into the preview. Like, item wise, as you are going through the campaign you will find the the troves that are marked like this, yellow. And as you go over them, as you go over them, you can farm different kinds of like unique equipment there, or legendary equipment. And pieces you want to focus for would be like, get 2 of these rings, doesn't really matter which ones. If you get 2 tenacity, probably the best, because you can still use the benefits from the other two blessings to give you a sort of a speed and damage boost, and the tenacity only gives you defense, and that does not really help you with killing bosses faster. So if you get 2 tenacity blessings, great, but get whichever 2 you manage to get. If you get this armor, then you're set for the entire campaign. I didn't get it, not needed really. Just get 2 rings from the second trove. Then on the third trove, you can get this helmet, but it is not really necessary because you are going with Haunted Abomination and you still can have only 1 up, so extra terror charges do not really matter. But the extra movement speed you get from casting a Terra skill is really nice, but not necessary. So just go through this trove once or twice just to catch up with levels, and you should be set. On the third trove, there's this amulet. This gives you a lot of skill area and additional erosion damage to elites. If you can get it, great, it will help you with clear, but really not really necessary either. The damage is insane on the character. And then on one of the troves there were like scepters. Which one was it though? Oh, I skipped this one. So on level 27, so that's the second trove, I believe. This is the first one, this is the second one. On the second one you would like to get these boots just to get through the campaign a little bit faster. The belt helps with survivability as well, but does not give you any damage. So on the third trove, on level 27 trove, you want to farm these. Just get 2 of those, they will carry you, I believe, until like time mark 5 maps. If you get 2 of them, I'm still using them even without energy. Like it is a crazy damage boost. Like you get double, like 40+% erosion damage and extra erosion resistance with intelligence. There's nothing else you wish to have. So just get 2 of those. Scepter of Excommunication. So as you can see here, I'm still using the ones I dropped. Level 27, so those are from the trove. And I'm still using them on time mark 4 maps, and I'm still doing a lot of damage. I believe I will be still Unless I find something like really good, I will keep using them until I find a replacement that will be better. Because the energy does not really matter since we can't use like multiple auras. So yeah, the 2 scepters, I have the 2 tenacity rings, and I have the amulet. The rest of the gear, just use whatever gives you the the most like extra stats, like plus damage or plus survival. Like if you find an item with a lot of energy that gives you like plus 10% survival and minus 2% damage, just go for it. You will not die as easily in maps and you will deal a little less damage, but yeah, just pick the higher green numbers basically. And as much energy as possible on those pieces. That would be it for the leveling phase, gear-wise. Skill-wise, this is the skill set I was using. Like, you get Haunting Abomination on level 1, then you get Passivation as the next passive skill, so you just slot it in. You get Ground Divide as the next skill, you slot it in. And on the third support, you will get Increased Area at about level like 18 or 20. But the character does really not struggle with clear, at least on mobile it was that case, because Haunted Abomination, if you set the settings right, gets auto-targeted to monsters, so you just keep pressing it and it keeps killing monsters. So I swapped the increased area for spell concentration. You can get spell concentration on level 24 or 27. So as soon as I could get it, I just swapped it in to get more damage on bosses, kill bosses faster. And as you get more energy, eventually you can add Fourth Link. For me, I added Quick Decision, but you can add the increased area, for example, or added erosion damage also, or critical strike rating. Like pretty much anything helps here. But the Haunted Abomination also scales from attacks from cast speed, so that's what I added here. It ticks faster when you have more cast speed. The second skill would be Blink for me personally, like move through the maps as fast as possible. Link it with Quick Mobility and Magic Dash, so it has 2 charges and recharges faster. And eventually, as you get Third Link, you will add cooldown recovery, cooldown reduction. As the skill opens, I don't know when, maybe around level 35, you don't get the cooldown reduction like early on. Third skill, the only 3 skills that you will use most of the campaign would be the Haunted Abomination, Blink, and either Compound Source or Life Source. Like, I wasn't struggling with mana because a Haunted Abomination costs almost no mana anyway, so I went for Life Force. And you will use it with like Residues and Auto Charge. This one, just those 2 links will carry you throughout the entire campaign, and eventually you will want to swap for damaging skills. Then you get, I believe, Arcane Circle as a support. So you just link that with like extended duration, for example, and press the button eventually on bosses or harder rares. And the last skill that you get in the campaign is Fixate, which also increases your damage against bosses. So you have to press them manually, so you just press them once on boss and the boss dies as you cast Haunted Abomination on it. But yeah, you get these 2 skills in the campaign as well. Useful. As I completed the campaign, I swapped those for 2 curses and Mana Ball, because those require less like micromanagement. So as you get up with levels, and you can afford getting curses with preparation. I believe that preparation opens on level 55, so you have to level up to level 55, so that's really at the end of the campaign pretty much. You can get at least one curse, so the first curse of choice would be corruption for the additional erosion damage. You link that with preparation, which casts it every like 8 point something seconds. As you level it up, it goes down to like 8 seconds. Terrain of Malice, so it is not targeted on a monster, but it creates a circle around the character, so you curse everything around you. And extended duration for increased uptime. Those are the 3 main links. And that's it for the curse. If you have a source of extra curse, like I have, I have Pact Spirit for it, this one, which allows me to cast 1 additional curse. You can take a second curse as well, and the second curse would be Timid, which casts a curse that enemies take 38% additional hit damage. Haunted Abomination does hit damage, so that's the curse that I chose to use. There's really no other curse that would help the character anyways. Those are the only curses here. So corruption and timid. And the same links, preparation, terrain of malice, extended duration for uptime. And the last, like, empower skill of choice, for me personally, because I don't like micromanaging skills while playing, I just want to chill and kill monsters. Mana Boil, if you don't want to link it with preparation, just link it with Mass Effect and Well-Fought Battle. Click it once when you enter the map, and it will stay up throughout the entire map as long as you have enough mana regen to sustain the mana cost of the skill. So it consumes your mana and it stays up until you run out of mana, basically. So, and just so I don't have to think about it and the character still has enough damage, I just link it with preparation and it gets automatically cast every 8 seconds or when it comes off cooldown. And the Well-Fought Battle increases its effectiveness. So yeah, really low like overhead skill increases your damage. For the skills in the campaign, for the passive skills in the campaign, you will get Corrosion Imbue. Great skill gives you base damage, base erosion damage, which scales the damage of Haunted Abomination, so just use that. The second skill you get is Summon Fire Magus, gives you critical strike rating. Instead of Summon Fire Magus, I just went with Summon Thunder Magus to give me more cast speed, so the Haunted Abomination like ticks faster. So I took that one, but both work great. And the third skill of choice would be like, for me, I bought Erosion Enhancement to increase my erosion damage. And either Swiftness or Rejuvenation both work. If you don't struggle with health at all, just use Swiftness to move faster. I used Rejuvenation and used to blink more often instead, so yeah, some sort of like life regen. You can get life regen on your items, then you don't need the aura and you can just run Swiftness. And that setup should give you, if you put Restrain on one of those auras, like on the Erosion Enhancement, because that's the highest mana cost, you should have enough mana to cast Haunted Abomination. So yeah, that would be the skill setup. Let's check the builder that I made from the character as I finished the campaign. It would be this one. So I finished the campaign on level 61. I was playing on mobile and I was not at home, and I knew that I won't be able to, like, I wanted to make you a video that would be like fresh so I did not want to over level much. So this is the character as I finish the campaign, and this is the builder that I will be giving you to the description of the video. So as you can see, the 2 wands, 2 rings, the amulet, and the rest of the gear is rares, whatever I could get with energy. And you want movement speed on your boots. That's it. You get 1 hero memory for the first raid, and you get the second one after you finish the last boss, so let's not count it in. And the skills, this is the skills that I killed the boss with, so Arcane Circle, Fixate, Corruption, and the 4 passive skills that I just explained. So yeah, that's the skills. For passive tree, we can check it here as well. Talents. The game recommends you to start with Goddess of Deception, so I just went with it. I just followed pretty much what the game recommended to me. So damage, attack and cast speed. As I leveled up, I will try to explain this as I leveled up. So take 3 points into damage, then get movement speed to get through the maps faster. Then you get erosion damage and deterioration chance. Deterioration is the new stat that gives you extra damage when you are using erosion skills, hit-based erosion skills, which Haunted Automation is. And it puts a stack on the monster that after 1 second the stack explodes for 60% of the damage that the skill made with that hit. And then you get deterioration damage and chance to inflict 1 additional deterioration stack, and just to finish the tree to 24 points you get 4 points into cast speed here. And the big passive modes would be Mixture for deterioration chance, and Deceiver's Might to get +1 max to every blessing, which give you, with this character, the first few stacks of what is it called? To desecration. Yeah, desecration. So as you get more maximum blessings, you will get desecration stacks on monsters. At first it's like 1 monster, and later on you can put it onto multiple monsters. It gets put on automatically, like the hero trait is automated from the moment you get it, so it triggers the trait skill and ignores its cooldown when gaining any blessing, and you are also gaining blessings every 2 seconds, so it gets cast automatically on rares basically. So yeah, that's for the first talent tree. Oops. So that's for Goddess of Deception. Then the game recommends you to take Shadow Master, so I took Shadow Master, and I went with erosion damage, cast speed, and deterioration chance and deterioration damage. Then I got erosion damage and chance to inflict additional stack of deterioration to skip this entire section. And then I went with +1 erosion skill first, so erosion damage, +1 erosion skill level. And I finished the tree with erosion damage, deterioration chance, and additional damage for deterioration. And the big passives, third, 15% additional erosion damage and additional damage applied to life. And the big one here, I took +3 erosion skill levels and minus erosion resistance. You have like 2 choices here. You can go either with this or with Beyond Cure. Both will work. I went with the levels early on because the levels just scale the skill levels. But I can imagine then as we get more skill levels from items, as we get to higher levels, as we get the skill to level like 30, which is the maximum multiplier you can get from the skill based stats, I would swap this for the Beyond Cure to get me more damage. So that's it for Shadow Master, and if you overlevel a bit in the campaign you will get a few points into Warlock as well. So that's just damage, cast speed and crit chance so far for me. Yeah. Pact Spirit wise, just use whatever Pact Spirit you have for like damage early on.
The saint's strength.
And Pact Spirits that would work with this would be like the spell ones that increase spell damage, not elemental damage though, you want spell damage. So spell damage, critical strike damage, spell damage, cast speed, not elemental damage, spell damage, crit damage, spell damage, cast speed. Yeah. So those would be the base ones. Then there's the new section for erosion Pact Spirits. You can get them from the new Pact Spirit pack. So I got this one. And I got this so far, and I didn't get this one for some reason. Yeah, I got lucky and I got the legendary for my first draw, so where do you get Pact Spirits? Here. As you can see, I have 78 more, and you will get these from this season's event. So you just roll this for this Pact Spirit to get it up. Let's see what I get. Yeah, I got my third erosion Pact Spirit now. Okay.
The saint's strength of lambs.
So yeah, just use whatever you can get that will increase your damage here. If you like went with my Pact Spirit guide that I made like 2 seasons earlier, you will have these Pact Spirits. So you can went with this one, which will give you like 30% movement speed. That will help you to get through the campaign a lot faster. So if you have that one, definitely use that one. And you can pair him with like the weaker purple ones for movement speed as well. I'm not sure, that's the XP protection. Yeah, this one will give you extra movement speed as well. And the blue one, there's one for XP protection as well. This one will give you movement speed as well. So you can use those 3 to get through the campaign really fast. So if you have them, definitely use them. You really don't need the damage in the campaign. The character is crazy strong for some reason, I don't know. Like, I explained everything pretty much, so let's hop to time mark 4 map. Okay, time mark 3. I haven't finished time mark 3 yet. So let's hop into time mark 3 with my with my story gear or campaign gear. And I haven't played on a computer yet, and as you can see, it just kills everything. You just keep pressing the Haunted Abomination. It just kills things. And because as you get the... Let's check this. As you get the second hero memory from the last boss, I believe I got it from the last boss, you can open this, which applies the debuff for 2 enemies, this Blasphemer debuff, up to 2 enemies within 6 meters. Will also be affected by the desecration, and when they die, they restore your life, energy shield, and mana. So this gives you like sort of a sustain, and you get attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. So you also while damaging those debuff targets, so you also deal more damage with this. And as you get the last memory here, eventually on around level 70, you can open this first slot, this first skill, which gives you like the character has inbuilt explode, which is insane. When inflicting desecration on an elite for the first time, deals true damage equal to 6% of their max life. So this helps you to kill elites even faster. You can like get third of their HP pool instantly down. So elites basically die almost instantly with the damage, and with the first one you get the inbuilt explode. Enemies within 6 meters of the desecrated target have 30% chance to explode when defeated, dealing erosion damage equal to 10% of their max life to enemies within a 3-meter radius. So if you imagine a rare pack, basically, it is a big monster, a big yellow monster with like bunch of white monsters around it, right? So the desecration is automatically targeted to the elite, to the yellow monster, which starts taking extra damage, but the monsters around it most of the times die faster anyway, because they are white and they have no HP, and as they die they explode and they kill the elite. So yeah, this is crazy design to me. Like, yeah, that's probably why it is so easy to clear with it. But later on we will be able to set it up to single target as well. Well, that's the topic for another video, so I will keep it for that. Anyway, this will be the clear setup pretty much. So you get this guaranteed, that's the trait. You get this guaranteed as well, that's the explode and extra damage. This is sustain and movement speed, and this is basically extra damage against elites.
The tears of repentance still flow.
Just go through a few maps. I mean, the video has 27 minutes, so for anyone who is not interested in watching the rest, thank you guys for watching. I hope you find this helpful. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up and stay tuned for the next update. I will try to get to a watcher at least, so 2 more maps, just to show you the time mark free watcher, how fast it dies. But you can imagine it dies really fast. It probably won't be the like one phase kill like it was on the previous stages, but the damage is still really high. I really like the season mechanic. I will make a video on that as well, but I have to farm it a little bit more to understand it a little bit more. I just know that you farm gold, you put it into that, and you so far what I was doing, I was following the quests that the season gives me, which actually makes a really good like tutorial for the newcomers. So yeah, that's the map bus. And one more quick map. And as I mentioned, this is still in the running pretty much in the story gear. Did not make like any crafting or anything. Like, this is what you get from the story, and As you can see in my skills, I did not even put the points into the skills. I went down from 5 link just to support the 2 curses. But I can turn 1 curse down because most of you guys probably won't have the curse pet. So let's run with only 1 curse. When running with only 1 curse, you would probably put something else in, right? So let's put something in. Empower skills. Let's see what can we put in. Either bloody steps to run faster through the maps, or for more damage, arcane circle or fixate. Choose one of those. Both will increase your damage. I will go bloody steps. Like this. Pair that with cooldown recovery.
The tears of repentance still.
It will get cast every 8 seconds, but you can cast it is here on my W. It will get cast every like 8 seconds, but you can cast it manually as well.
Everyone can have a pure and unblemished future. If only you're willing to cleanse it with endless tears. The tears of repentance.
So as you can see, still everything still dies really quickly. And let's see the boss. For the boss, I would swap to fixate.
That young girl, do you know her? No, you're here for her. I will think.
And it still died 1 phase, and I didn't even use the mech to increase my damage, which I will show you right now. It's not really a mech, it's like how the deterioration stack works. If you cast the Haunted Abomination once, it just keeps ticking slowly, right? And you can see the deterioration stacks here, like 3 to 4. But if you keep casting it manually, you can get up to like 8 or 9, which will really increase the damage output that you make. So you can deal more damage if you cast it manually, like more often. So yeah, that would be all the tips like you saw. Let's see if I can still clear time mark 4. But I believe it will have no issues with that. Let's go with maps. Yeah, still no issues with clearing. Yeah, and get into time mark 4 would take me a bit, so I will keep that for the next video. But this was the story showcase, the story build showcase, pretty much, with a little bit of a boost. I will give you an update for time mark 5 and then time mark 7 as well. I haven't even checked what people play on her. I'm still going with what the game gave me, what the game suggested me to play with. So there might be different builds that people already are trying. So we will get into that as the season progresses and as I get to higher tier maps. So with that said, like, thanks everyone for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!